Hi guys, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, we've got another post here that's very important here, so I'll drop it to you right now. So we've got the Coin Bureau saying Hedera ranks #1 for RWA development activity. Nice. Hedera HBAR led all real-world asset projects in developer activity over the past 30 days, per Sentiment. Chainlink ranked second, followed by Avalanche. Okay, very nice. Congratulations to Chainlink and Avalanche as well. Very impressive. Okay, so what's the big thing about this? Well, this is a good indicator, right? So at the end of the day, if you've got here like Hedera ranking #1 for RWA development activity, that means it's a strong indicator that there's a lot of RWA activity going on with Hedera. And as I've said to you guys before, you know, like tokenization, RWA, it's one of the biggest to me personally. I think it'll be one of the biggest use cases for crypto. Now, as I've said before, things can change over time. There could be new use cases that are created that could become more important, but I think tokenization is one of the biggest ones, because what we're basically doing is we're taking the whole world on chain, right? We're taking, you know, property, we're taking diamonds, you know, like anything of value, right? That's what Leemon said. Everything of value will be tokenized. So we're basically just taking the world on chain. So that's a massive thing. And so that's why I think it'll be one of the biggest use cases for crypto, to be honest with you. And so yeah, with Hedera being one of the most used ones for development activity, well, that just shows you the potential of what Hedera could bring, right? Because there could be all different things that are being created in terms of RWA projects and things like that. And if, let's just say, one of these projects happens to be massively successful, that could sustain the whole network, right? That could blow up the whole network. It only takes one use case. That's all it takes. Now, at the end of the day, obviously you'd hope for many use cases because you don't want it to just be reliant on one, but that's all it needs. Like, that is ultimately all it needs. So I will say this, obviously, this doesn't guarantee there's going to be, you know, crazy price action right now. Like, I do feel like at the moment we are what looks to be a bear market as it stands right now. But the potential is here. Like, we're seeing the foundation being made and Hedera is leading the way. And for such a important metric like RWA tokenization, which as we can see is one of the big use cases, as I've been saying, like, this is one of these ones where if Hedera can get like a big stake in this, a big piece of that pie, I think it stands to benefit significantly. And we've seen quite a few things lately going on with Hedera and RWA tokenization. Like, I've been covering tokenization for like literally about 2 years now, and I've been saying to you guys even before it was getting as big as it was, like, look out for tokenization, because that's the one I really think could be a big thing. Because as I say, you're just tokenizing everything. You know, like you really are like just tokenizing everything and putting it on chain on a network. Like, it could be massive, because obviously if it's an asset that's being tokenized that's frequently used, right? Like, if you was tokenizing, for example, like the stock market, that's going to be used on a day-to-day basis by, you know, millions of people. So like, you've got like huge volume, you know, that'll be a huge volume driver for any network. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, when you can get that kind of activity going on, yes, it's going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely huge. So the fact that they're ranking #1 in terms of development activity, that means, one, people are liking Hedera as a network. That's why they're choosing to develop on Hedera for these RWA use cases. And two, it shows the potential in terms of that Hedera would have, right? So like, as this gets bigger and bigger, you know, it could be that Hedera is like one of the main chains for RWA activity, which could be a huge price driver in the end. I'm not saying it guarantees it, it doesn't, but it definitely could be the catalyst, right? So when you're seeing these kind of things and we're looking at, you know, waiting to get back into the action of the next bull run and whatnot, this could possibly be the type of thing, the type of indicator that we need to say Hedera has a very good chance of doing well in the next bull run. This could be what sets it up, or even sets it apart from many other chains, right? So yeah, at the end of the day with this, it's definitely not something I think is like a minor thing. I think it's a very important metric, and it could be one of these early indicators as to show you, you know, why Hedera will have longevity. You know, like, out of all the chains out there, Hedera is #1. It even beat Chainlink, which I think is a big deal, because Chainlink is like, the thing with Chainlink is it's very interoperable. Like, that's the main use case for Chainlink. It's interoperating a lot of networks together. So I think Chainlink, you know, to be beaten in that regard, I think that's a very big thing personally. So yeah, this is very telling. So for me personally, like, this is just something that makes me think, okay, this is a potential long-term indicator, right? That's the way I see it personally. I think this is something I look at and I think, okay, for the future, this could be one of the big drivers that brings a lot of value to Hedera long-term. So time will tell, obviously, but the stats speak for themselves, right? That's definitely telling. It's definitely telling you something. So I thought I'd share this with you because I thought it was worth mentioning. I'll leave it there. If you did like this video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe so you can be updated for future HBAR content. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted on when I do drop a new video. Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you all on the next one.